As a recruit comes in, enters for the first time, you can have an impressive Georgia football highlight video blaring with sound coming out to kind of give you kind of just a grand entrance and just really the wow factor. This all is designed for the big wow factor as you come in here. Insert on the metal steps is kind of a nice little touch. And you'll see that throughout the building, a few places where we could do nice touch with the G's. This is the Larry Muncher Trophy Room. It's being remodeled right now. As you see, we have all the individual awards that we're going to give more room to now, be able to spread them out and give them more justice where they're not crammed in there. And we still got to complete this area here.
Where will the 2011 crystal ball go?
In my office, no. Claude, where would you like to put? Actually, we have a spot in Coach Richt's office. We'll show you where a great spot for the 2011 crystal ball will go. And the 12 and the 13 as well. Now, if you remember anything about the old building, you remember we had a lot of G's in the carpet, and you always had to walk around the G's. One of the big things was in the building now, we put the G's in the ceiling where you don't have to walk around them, and they've got really dramatic, these nice big G's hanging. But this is the main entrance to the Butts-Mehre second floor coaches' offices. Got everything here from coaches' offices to the video editing area to the staff rooms to all the main staff meeting rooms and any other support staff's offices that are directly related to football. It's keyless entry everywhere, so as long as you have your fingerprint, you can get in, you're never locked out, and we can control access to the building on a computer any time of day. And you got to see this area. This was Joe Tereshinski's baby. This was his. Brett gets to inherit it, but this was Joe T's vision right here. This is, you could launch spaceships out of here. You could do whatever you want.
5, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff of Space Shuttle Atlantis.
You know what? I'll let Brett. Brett, give him a little.
3 editing stations here for Thunder, our software company, to manage and the football throughout the building. 103-inch plasma on the wall. Can divide it up to 64 different channels. We have about 110 terabytes worth of storage here for media. 2 or 3 video servers, a couple database servers. So we have probably 60 to 70 clients on the network, which is actually laptops on the network, or iMacs, or MacBook Pros, or Mini Macs. We got 4 different types of Macs. Yeah, we'll shoot on. We're going to get Panasonic P2 cameras, high definition cameras, and we'll shoot the games on that and practice this. Right after a game, within about 15-20 minutes, they'll have the whole game on their little MacBook. They'll be able to take it with them and watch it. All Macs.
Is that a learning curve for the kids?
It's the first time it's been done in pro or college for running Macs on football software. It's definitely a learning curve. We actually got an engineer in there right now working on some stuff we're still trying to tweak. But all Macs throughout the building. I don't know how many we ordered. We ordered a lot of them.
We ordered a lot.
So the coaches just grab the Macs and they drop it, or they just drop and drag off the server straight at any time?
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll create all the share stuff. So I'll organize it on my end, and then when they log into their office, we call it game plans. They can go in Auburn game plan, look at all of Auburn's games, look at all of Auburn's practices from that week, all the cut-ups, and they can manage it through that. But we set all that up for them. After, say, Auburn gets done playing, they'll get done with their game, they'll export it to Dragonfly, it'll come over the internet, we'll download it, and import it into our system.
How long after a game do you usually get that? It's a new system, we haven't really tried it.
So Auburn gets done playing at 7 o'clock, we should have the game that night around 11, 12, yeah.
What this system is going to allow the coaches to do is be able to watch recruiting film, practice film, game film, opponents film, all within one system quickly and be able to access it all, which before we were on different systems. Before we had one system that was strictly game and practice film and another system that was strictly for recruiting film. Now it's all housed in one. It's going to make it a lot more efficient and a lot more easy for the coaches to access.
These coaches have their iPads, so when they go on recruiting trips, they can actually log in hopefully here soon to an internet site where they can pull up video.
So they're using iPads as well?
Yeah, we were the first ones. We started this spring in the iPad, with the iPads this spring. Apple, we worked with them to get that going because our first thought of that with iPads was using it in a way where we could take PowerPoint presentations, anything within the rules that we could do, presentations on the iPad to take to recruits to show them at their houses. Instead of fumbling through binders, we could have all the information there. Also, the recruiting database that you normally would have on your laptop, you can access through the iPad as well. So if we wanted to update your contact information on the fly, boom, I could do it on my iPad. So it was all about being more efficient along with using technology better. And then we used it, and then a bunch of other schools got on the bandwagon as well. But a lot of them are now designing iPad apps for their teams, and we're in discussions for that right now. Like Mark Richt app to where you can go to that app and then we can push stories to it, or you can just use that as a library of knowledge of knowing about our program. If you want to know about a certain coach or about Coach Richt, you can go to that app as well. Let's say we want to show the room off and we have recruits coming through, but the door's closed, but we want to show the room off. We can put a message up on there or just kind of have filmer on there, and we can just flip the switch, and now it's followed away. So this is an example of a lot of the graphics you're going to see throughout the building. Some of it is three-dimensional, where you see you've got the G that pops out here. We've got some of that, and then as you go through the building, not all the graphics are up, but we're trying to tell a story. As you go through the building, certain aspects of game day, you'll see we're on the defensive wing, so as you go down that hallway, you'll see more defensive team pictures, and on the other side will be offensive pictures. You're going to see we want like a lot of clean lines, a lot of sleek look, emphasizing the colors of the black, the red, and the silver. I believe that's the Jennings interception against LSU. That's the championship game. This will be an example of the defensive staff room. On the other side is the exact opposite as the offensive staff room. They've got it's called a waveguide system. On this one computer, it's a touchscreen computer, they can pull up anything. Some more great shots from the Richt era of great defensive plays. Hey, Claude, do we have red level clearance to show Rick's office? Okay, I need to check IDs before we come in here. Coach Rick's office. You've got two parts. You've got his main office right here. This is where he can, do most of his day-to-day work and meet with staff members. And he can watch his film right there. Same kind of input where he can watch recruiting film, game film, practice film, opponent film on the screen there, on his computer here. Go back and forth between the two. He's got an area to sit, a conference table to meet. And if he wants to entertain a recruit, we've built a lounge area where he can visit with the recruit and their family as well. So this is area in here where we can visit one-on-one, at the end of an official visit or an official visit if he wants to sit down with the family, kind of just have a talk with them. Right here, it's got the great view again. This is area where he can just visit with people in a relaxed atmosphere where it's not so much of a standard office with us, so he can just sit on a couch and look at them and not feel like they're at a board table or a conference table. He can watch any workouts they have going on here, and if he wants to yell at them, he can pop the window and yell some instructions if he wants to. This is where the staff will meet on a daily basis. This is the full staff, anywhere from 25 to 30 people at this table. It's not, before the offense shared the staff room. This room is dedicated just to staff now, to where offense, defense each have their own room. Whose office would you like to show him, Claude?
It's up to you. You're the tour guide.
Here's an example of a coach's office, and he'll probably get on me for showing his office, but he's actually done a good job of decorating his, so I'll show his office. Again, we're talking about this is the MacBook Pro he could check out and take home to watch film or take on the road, okay? Here's his MacBook. He also has a Mac Mini that connects to that screen right there, so he can use that as a computer as well. So it's very integrated to where, and all these three machines are integrated together, same system to where he can fully check out and watch the same film on all three. Here's an example. I'll take you in here real quick. A position meeting room. This is the defensive line meeting room. This is another area where the coach is going to have a station right here. He can pull everything up on the computer. Again, like I said before, whatever he wants to watch, recruiting film, practice film, right here, put on there. That's the camera I was telling you about earlier, to where he can film himself doing an install and save. He can save every meeting he does. He's got tons of storage where he can save all his film, and if he wants to, label it by date or label it by install, then it's available for him to come back and critique, or someone to come watch. Or if a player in his own wants to come in and say, you know what, I had a question about this and this, let me pull up this date and that meeting and watch that meeting over again. Fingerprint, let's hope it works. This will be embarrassing if it didn't work.
Really said,
I'm still employed. It's a good day. Yeah. You're looking at the new weight room. Okay, this is all area that was added on. As from the hallway on was area that was the old weight room that was gutted and remade into other facilities. But this is all new facilities here. This is the weight room. It's very impressive. We've got about 16 racks. We've got every piece of equipment you can imagine. Okay, and in a couple hours, well, today's Wednesday, so there's no workouts today, but But you'll see them in here. The groups, they're in their all black sweats, head to toe, grinding away. The Joe T workouts is going great. Basically what you got a platform platform that connects in with you can do all your bench, squat in there, and then come out here and do your power lifts, your squat, your power clean, your cleans, things like that. And it's all connected into one where one group can be here at one time and they can have 2 lifts going on at a time. By being efficient, but it's also, now we finally have enough space in here to get multiple groups in here working out at one time. We're still focusing on smaller groups, but if we ever need to get a bunch of guys in here now, we have the space to do it. So you could probably get most of the team in here now to get a workout, but that's not the way it's going about now. Now it's more focused on smaller groups. And one guy giving a smaller group more attention to where you're not having a large group in here. Yeah, it's Coach T's office right there. I don't want to show that. I'll definitely get yelled at for that. But this is where they'll come, and you see you got one left over from yesterday. Come in here, they got their smoothies up. They're delivered fresh every day. They come in here and they get their...
someone is delivering them out.
Yeah, they're being delivered every day right there after the workout. So they come to this window, they sit there and watch them, make sure they finish the drink, and then they can go. Now the thing you like best about this room is just the convenience of it, being able to come in and out of the weight room so fast to pop in here. It's going to make just the convenience factor of how quickly they can come in here, get work done in here, and come back to the workout. So if they want to come in here and stretch, flex, do some agilities, pop back in and get a workout in, then come back in here and pull sleds or do whatever plyometric workouts they want to do, it's all within, a stone's throw's reach where just the convenience of this room is, I can't say it enough how convenient this room is to us. Again, that's to look up into Coach Richt's office, and as you can see, it's got the mirror tent so no one can see him, but he can see out. This is another one of the main entrances you can have here to where if we're going to have a recruiting function or a function where outsiders are coming in, instead of going through the main part of the building, they can come in straight through here. So again, this is another part where we start telling a story again with graphics. So on this wall, you come in and the first thing you see is Coach Richt and a brief bio of him. On this side is going to be a graphic relating to graduation and things like that. So this will continue the story down. This is another piece of the story we're telling. And this is a very dramatic, we really like this because it's the wow factor of great high-res pictures, 3D graphics just really popping out. It's awesome. You've got a 77-seat meeting room. This will be defense. What's really cool in here is you've got all the cold tubs. You've got the cold tub and hot tub. Now they can be adjusted. Some are right now one's set at 50, one's set at 78, I think, or a little bit warmer. Ron was telling me yesterday about how difficult it can be sometimes when a guy has an injury and they want to get an X-ray or get something done. You got to check the class schedule, you check the availability of when you can get him to the hospital. But now having it in-house, it's going to get us.
Over here 10 minutes before the doctor get the X-ray, and the doctor has the X-ray right there.
They can come check it right in there, and they spend so much time. You want to make it a place where they can just be. So we designed this player lounge where this is a room where they can just come and relax. Okay, so this another restricted door. Once they come in here, open up to the locker room, and we've kept the old player lounge as well as another place where they can just watch TV and relax. We've got the big U-shaped couch, some couches in the back. We're going to have an Xbox, PlayStation there at those 2 TVs. You've got TVs in the back right there. This open space right here, we've just ordered a pool table that's going to go in this area right here. And we know that Coach Richt's a ping pong fanatic, so maybe we'll get a little ping pong cover to go on top of that. But this will be an area for a pool table. Got a player where the guys can just sit and eat or just sit and relax. You'll see them a lot after workouts now. They're all sit up in here with their smoothies after workout, just sitting in here, kind of just unwinding after a workout and relaxing. You got the big movie theater, the plush movie theater style chairs. This locker room was renovated a few years ago, so it's in great shape. We did replace the carpet in here, and we refinish the lockers every year. But this is, we already feel we've got a great locker room. So this is one area of the construction that we didn't have to do a lot of work. It was an area we could just kind of touch up a little bit.